Behavioral assessment. It's a cornerstone of understanding human behavior. This approach delves into the why behind actions. By carefully observing and analyzing behaviors, we gain valuable insights. These insights help us develop effective interventions and improve lives. Behavioral assessment relies on various methods, including observations, interviews, and standardized tests. Each approach provides unique perspectives on an individual's behavior patterns. Ultimately, the goal is to create a comprehensive understanding of the person. Through behavioral assessment, we can pinpoint the triggers of unwanted behaviors. This knowledge is essential for developing personalized interventions. These interventions aim to reduce problematic behaviors and foster positive ones. It's about recognizing the factors that shape their actions. By unraveling these complexities, we can empower individuals to make positive changes. Observational techniques are fundamental to behavioral assessment. They involve systematically watching and recording an individual's behavior in natural settings. By observing individuals in their everyday environments, we can gain insights into their typical behavior patterns. This approach provides valuable information that might not be captured through self-reports or interviews alone. There are various types of observational techniques, each with unique strengths. Naturalistic observation involves observing individuals in their natural environments without any manipulation or intervention. Structured observation, on the other hand, involves setting up a controlled environment or task to elicit specific behaviors of interest. Narrative recording involves writing detailed descriptions of the observed behaviors as they occur. Frequency recording involves counting the number of times a specific behavior occurs within a given time frame. Observational techniques provide objective and detailed information about an individual's behavior patterns. This forms the basis for developing effective interventions. Let's delve deeper into the world of observational techniques. These techniques play a crucial role in painting a complete picture of an individual's behavior. One widely used method is called event recording. This technique focuses on tracking the occurrence of specific behaviors. For instance, a therapist might use event recording to monitor the number of times a child exhibits aggressive behaviors during a play session. Another valuable technique is duration recording. As the name suggests, this method measures how long a particular behavior lasts. Imagine a teenager struggling with procrastination. Duration recording could be used to track the amount of time they spend on distractions before starting their homework. Interval recording offers yet another approach to understanding behavior patterns. This technique involves dividing observation periods into intervals. The observer then notes whether the target behavior occurred or not within each interval. By systematically observing and recording behaviors, we gain invaluable insights that can guide interventions and promote positive change. While observational techniques provide valuable qualitative data, behavioral rating scales offer a way to quantify behavior. These scales consist of a series of statements or questions that describe specific behaviors. Raters, who can be parents, teachers, or clinicians, then indicate the frequency or severity of these behaviors based on their observations. One of the advantages of behavioral rating scales is their standardized format. This standardization allows for comparisons between different individuals or across different time points. Behavioral rating scales can be used to track progress over time. This data-driven approach ensures that interventions are tailored to the individual's needs and progress. They complement observational techniques by adding a numerical dimension to behavioral data. Section 5. Understanding Functional Behavior Assessment, or FBA. This method goes beyond simply identifying and measuring behaviors. It seeks to understand the why behind the behavior. FBA aims to uncover the purpose or function that a particular behavior serves for an individual. Imagine a student who frequently disrupts class. While traditional discipline might focus on stopping the behavior, FBA takes a different approach. It asks, what is the student gaining from this behavior? Is it attention from the teacher, escape from difficult work, or something else? To uncover the function of a behavior, FBA involves gathering information from various sources. By identifying the triggers, or antecedents and reinforcers, or consequences that maintain a behavior, FBA provides a roadmap for developing effective interventions. Section 6. Unraveling the why behind behavior, FBA in action. Let's illustrate the power of FBA with an example. Consider a young boy named Ethan who often throws tantrums at home. Through careful observation and data collection, his parents and a therapist discover a pattern. Ethan's tantrums typically occur when he's asked to stop playing video games. The tantrums usually result in his parents giving in and letting him play for a little longer. FBA reveals that Ethan's tantrums serve the function of escaping an undesired activity and accessing a desired activity. Armed with this understanding, the therapist and parents develop a plan. Over time, Ethan learns that cooperating with transitions leads to positive reinforcement, while tantrums no longer achieve the desired outcome. Section 7. Applications of behavioral assessment in clinical settings. Imagine a therapist working with a client struggling with anxiety. Behavioral assessment helps the therapist understand the specific situations that trigger the client's anxiety. It also reveals how the client responds to those triggers, both physically and emotionally. For instance, the therapist might discover that the client experiences racing thoughts and avoids social situations due to fear of judgment. This information guides the therapist in developing a tailored treatment plan, which might include cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT techniques. Behavioral assessment isn't limited to anxiety disorders. It plays a crucial role in addressing a wide range of mental health concerns, including depression, OCD, and PTSD. Section 8. Tailoring treatment. Behavioral assessment in clinical practice. Imagine a therapist working with a child diagnosed with ADHD. Behavioral assessment helps the therapist identify the specific challenges the child faces in different environments. It also reveals the child's strengths and areas for improvement. For example, the therapist might observe that the child struggles to stay focused during classroom activities. However, the child excels in hands-on tasks and demonstrates a keen interest in art. Armed with this knowledge, the therapist can work with the child's parents and teachers to create an individualized plan. This plan might involve breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, incorporating movement breaks, and leveraging the child's passion for art to enhance engagement in learning. Moreover, behavioral assessment allows therapists to track the effectiveness of interventions over time. By regularly monitoring the child's behavior and making adjustments to the treatment plan as needed, therapists can ensure that the interventions remain relevant and effective. This personalized approach is crucial for promoting positive change and improving mental health outcomes. Section 9. Applications of behavioral assessment in educational settings. Imagine a school psychologist working with a student who exhibits disruptive behavior in the classroom. Behavioral assessment helps the psychologist understand the triggers for these behaviors, the consequences that maintain them, and the student's individual learning style. For instance, the psychologist might discover that the student acts out when they feel overwhelmed or frustrated with academic tasks. The psychologist might also identify that the student responds well to visual aids and hands-on learning activities. Based on these findings, the psychologist can collaborate with teachers to create a more supportive learning environment. This collaboration might involve providing the student with frequent breaks, using visual timers to help with transitions, and incorporating more interactive learning experiences. Behavioral assessment also plays a crucial role in developing individualized education programs, or IEPs, for students with disabilities. Section 10. Shaping Educational Interventions Behavioral Assessment in Action. Imagine a teacher working with a student who struggles with reading fluency. Behavioral assessment helps the teacher pinpoint the specific areas where the student needs support. It also reveals the student's interests and preferred learning modalities. For example, the teacher might discover that the student has difficulty decoding multisyllabic words, but excels at reading aloud stories about animals. Armed with this knowledge, the teacher can differentiate instruction to meet the student's needs. This differentiation might involve providing the student with explicit phonics instruction, using decodable texts that align with their interests, and incorporating opportunities for repeated reading with a partner. Furthermore, behavioral assessment allows teachers to monitor the student's progress and make adjustments to their teaching strategies as needed. By regularly assessing the student's reading fluency and comprehension, teachers can track their growth and identify any persistent areas of difficulty. This data-driven approach ensures that interventions are tailored to the student's evolving needs. Section 11. The enduring significance of behavioral assessment. Behavioral assessment stands as a cornerstone of understanding and improving human behavior. It provides us with the tools to go beyond simply labeling individuals, allowing us to delve into the why behind their actions. By carefully observing, measuring, and analyzing behaviors, we gain invaluable insights that guide interventions and foster positive change. From clinical settings to educational environments, behavioral assessment empowers professionals to tailor their approaches to the unique needs of each individual. By embracing a data-driven and compassionate approach to understanding behavior, we can create a world where individuals are empowered to thrive and reach their full potential. Subscribe and don't forget to take care of yourselves. Goodbye.